our weekly fantasy football update, sponsored by Prize Picks with TJ Jefferson.
I'm telling you, no one's loving Prize Picks more than Chris Brockman. He's killing it on there. We're going to get you ready for Week 9, guys, and I'm going to try to dole out some fantasy advice. So to my DJ, Mikey D, would you hit my theme music, please? Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to tell you who's him. Right now, Andrew, I think Josh Downs is him. Yeah. Wide receiver against the Panthers. He scored at least 13 points per game in his last 4 games. And 5 of his past 6 outings, he has 2 touchdowns his last 3 games, and he has 4 games in a row with at least 6 targets. We all know targets are important. The more targets you get, the better chance of fantasy success you have. And here's the other thing, Andrew. They're playing the Panthers. He's a former Tar Heel, so he's kind of going home, and that's why I like him.
And here's why you should also like him. They love him on third down. 2 weeks ago when I did their game, Colts-Browns, he had, 5 for 125? I think like 4 for 100 were on third down.
There you go. Love that. Also, CJ Stroud, quarterback of the Texans, going against the Bucs. Look, Tampa Bay has allowed 2 of the last 3 quarterbacks that they played to score at least 26 fantasy points. And Stroud's averaging 23 himself. Look, we like CJ Stroud. He had a kind of a not so great week last week. I think he bounces back big against the Bucs. I think CJ Stroud is also him. He's in the him category. Now I'm going to tell you who's not him. You know, we talked about him earlier in the show today, you know, whether the Mayo thing was real, whether the banana thing was real. Will Levis is not him this week. Don't let last week's 4-touchdown game fool you. He might be good going forward. But as Andrews told you, I think twice today, only one rookie quarterback has won going up against these Steelers on the road, you know, Steelers being the home team. And the Steelers haven't allowed a QB to score more than 17 fantasy points in their last 3 games. They played Lamar, they played Stafford, and they played T-Law. Plus Cam Hayward should be coming back. If you've got a better option than Will Levis, and I know Brockman hates playing guys on Thursday.
Hate it.
So if you've got a better option than Will Levis, a quarterback, I'd say go for it. And also, D'Onta Foreman of the Bears going against the Saints. I've been telling you this all year. I just don't like people going up against the Saints defense. They're the 4th and the fewest running back, or fantasy points allowed to running backs. And again, if you've got a better guy to start, I would start him. I don't think he's him against the Saints D. And now we talk about our head or gut segment. Who might be him? I think Jake Ferguson, tight end of the Cowboys against the Eagles, might be him. Now look, he's got 4 games this year with almost 10 fantasy points. And the Eagles have allowed opposing tight ends to score that many points. We're talking Hunter Henry, we're talking TJ Hawkinson, we're talking Logan Thomas. They've scored at least 16 points against them. Also, Chris, when I text you, Ferguson's dating one of those Cavender twins, so I think he knows he's got to step
Ferguson
up. Ferguson
is?
Yeah, that's the word on the street, Andrew.
Which one?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know which one.
And can he tell them apart?
I don't know which one is which. Yeah. I hope he does, but I think that's enough to kind of make sure he's, standing up and stepping up a little bit. So he might be him. And Mac Jones. I didn't think about this till this morning when Hoskins told me he was starting Mac Jones, and I'm like, but why? And he goes, well, Washington gave away their whole defense. And I'm like, that's a good point. Even though he lost Kendrick Bourne, the Commanders did part with 2 of their top pass rushers this week. So, and also, Chris, I forgot, with those guys, they were still number 1 in fantasy points allowed. So I think maybe you'll be happy this week. Mac Jones might be him.
Pop Douglas, Keyshawn Boutte.
There you
Look
go.
out.
Demario Davis.
Keyshawn Boutte. Yep.
So there
definitely.
You go. That's just my fantasy help this week, and I hope it works out for you.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.